Have you ever felt lost, like you're standing at a door that won't open despite every ounce of effort you pour into it? You've tried, and still nothing moves. But what if I told you that door wasn't meant for you? What if the real breakthrough isn't in forcing that door to open, but in realizing there's another one that God, fate, or the universe has already chosen for you? You're not meant to struggle with the wrong path. You're meant to walk through the one that awaits you, the one already aligned with your purpose. The key isn't in what you can do, but in understanding what has already been given. And once you discover that, you will never look at life the same again. Watch till the end, hit subscribe, and remember, the real change begins now. There's a quiet desperation in the way we cling to control. It feels like if we don't hold on, we'll fall apart, like if we don't manage every detail, everything will slip through our fingers. It's a fear rooted deep inside of us, one that keeps us restless, constantly pushing, forcing, and trying to shape the world to our will. But what if this is all an illusion? What if the more you grip, the further you are from the life you're meant to live? You've been there, haven't you? Battling every obstacle, grinding endlessly against a world that feels indifferent to your plans. You've told yourself that if you just try harder, if you just push further, if you just make one more move, it'll all come together. But it doesn't, does it? Instead, you find yourself burned out, worn out, stuck in a cycle of effort without a war. Every door you try to open seems locked, no matter how many times you knock. You feel like you're doing everything right, yet nothing happens. No, in this moment, pause, reflect. What if the struggle isn't what's needed? What if your constant striving, your relentless control, is the very thing keeping the door shut? You've convinced yourself that you must fight, that you must keep pushing against the current, that the world bends to your will if you exert enough force. But it doesn't. It's like trying to move a mountain with bare hands, and for all your effort, you're left standing there, exhausted and defeated, wondering why nothing works out. The truth is, there are things in this world, in your life, that are beyond your control. And it's not because you're weak. It's not because you haven't tried hard enough. It's simply because some things are meant to unfold in their own time, in their own way. There's a force, a rhythm to life that exists outside of your grasp. And when you learn to accept that, when you let go of the illusion of control, something powerful happens. When you stop trying to force things into place, you make space for what's truly meant for you. The struggle stops and the flow begins. Life moves toward you in ways that you could never have imagined, opening doors that you never even knew existed. It doesn't always happen on your timeline. In fact, it almost never does. But when you finally let go, the world finds a way to bring what's yours into your life. It's not weakness to let go. It's wisdom. It's strength. You've been taught that success comes from relentless control. But true success, true peace, comes from knowing when to surrender. The key to the life you've been fighting for isn't in the battle, but in the surrender. And when you stop fighting, you'll find that the things you've been waiting for, the doors that have been locked, the opportunities that have eluded you, will open. Not because you forced them, but because you finally stopped trying to control everything. So breathe, let go. The life you've been striving for is already on its way to you. All you have to do is stop pushing the door you were meant to enter. You've stood there, haven't you? Staring at that door, wondering why it won't open. You've knocked, you've tried everything you could think of, yet it remains closed. The harder you push, the further it seems to retreat from you, until doubt starts to creep in, wrapping its cold fingers around your heart. What am I doing wrong? You ask. You feel the weight of failure pressing down on your chest, as if your worth is somehow tied to that door, as if your success is defined by whether or not you can force it open. But here's the truth. You've been standing at the wrong door all along. The world teaches us that if we push hard enough, we can make anything happen. But it doesn't always work that way. You can't will yourself into every opportunity. Some doors just aren't meant for you. No matter how many times you knock, no matter how many tears you shed, the frustration you feel isn't a sign of your weakness. It's a sign that you're trying to go through something that wasn't meant to be yours. And when you finally let go of that door, when you stop beating your fists against something that will never open, that's when the real magic begins. What if, instead of fighting with every ounce of your being to open the wrong door, you realize there's another door waiting for you, one that's already open, one that's been waiting for you to recognize it? It's not about forcing your way into spaces that weren't made for you. It's about trusting that God, fate, the universe, whatever you believe, has already chosen the door that will lead you to where you are meant to go. The path that will fulfill you, the one that will allow you to become who you were always meant to be, is already laid out. You don't need to fight for it. You're not looking for a door, it's already found you. You've been so focused on pushing against something that wasn't meant to bend, that you've missed the open path right beside you. This isn't about searching harder, trying longer, or forcing your way through. It's about realizing that the door you need is there, quietly waiting for you to step through when you're ready to trust it. You've spent so much time trying to prove your worth to something that doesn't care, that you've forgotten the most important truth. The right door doesn't require your struggle. It requires your trust. But this requires patience. It requires faith. It's not easy to step back, to pause, to stop what you're doing and simply wait for what's meant for you. But when you do, when you trust that the right door will open in its own time, everything changes. The frustration, the doubt, the endless effort, they all dissolve. You will begin to recognize that the door that was always meant for you has never been locked. It has simply been waiting for you to see it. When you do, everything will fall into place. The right path isn't something you chase. It's something you recognize when the time comes. It's not a door you have to break down. It's the one that opens when you stop trying so hard. Surrendering to the process, you're exhausted. Every fiber of your being aches with the weight of your efforts. You've tried. You've given it everything, your time, your energy, your heart. But the harder you push, the more elusive success becomes. There's a moment when you realize maybe it's not about trying harder. Maybe, just maybe, it's about letting go. Surrender, it's a word that feels wrong, doesn't it? Like weakness, like failure. We've been taught to fight, to push, to grind until we reach the top. And for so long you've believed that the more you struggle, the more you'll achieve. But the truth is you've been fighting the wrong battle. The fight isn't about overcoming the world. It's about surrendering to the flow of life, trusting that there is a greater plan at work. It's hard, so hard, to trust in that, to trust that you don't have all the answers, to let go of the illusion that you can control it all. Think about it. How many times have you forced your way through doors that just wouldn't open? How many times have you pushed against resistance, thinking you could will it into submission? You thought you were doing everything right. You thought that if you just tried harder, it would eventually give way, but it didn't. And every time you face that wall, it's chipped away at your spirit, hasn't it? But surrender doesn't mean giving up. It doesn't mean you've lost the fight. It means you've stopped fighting against what is. You've stopped trying to control something that is beyond your control. It means trusting that the right door will open at the right time, even if you can't see it yet. It's understanding that there's a process unfolding that you can't rush, no matter how much you want to. You've spent so much of your life battling, but the real power comes from stepping back, trusting, allowing. It's like standing in the middle of a storm and knowing that the wind will eventually settle. You can't fight it. You can't control it. But you can trust that the storm will pass and that peace will follow. It doesn't come on your terms. It comes in its own time. But you have to be willing to surrender to it. It's not weakness to let go. It's wisdom. It's strength. Because when you let go, you create the space for the right things to enter your life. When you stop forcing things, you stop blocking what's meant for you. Life has a way of surprising you when you stop trying to control every aspect. It's as if once you surrender, the universe starts to work in your favor because you've stopped working against it. So right now, pause, breathe, release the struggle. Trust that the process is working, even if you can't see it yet. The right door is coming. It will open, but it will do so in its own time, in its own way. And all you have to do is trust that the right thing at the right time is on its way to you. You're not giving up. You're simply allowing life to unfold as it was always meant to. The strength in patience. There's a quiet ache, that comes with waiting. You've felt it, haven't you? That gnawing sense of urgency, that impatience that creeps in when you've put in the work, when you've done everything right, and yet nothing happens. It's as though you're standing still in a world that's rushing ahead. And the more you push, the more it feels like you're sinking into an endless void. You look around and wonder why everyone else seems to be moving forward while you remain frozen in place. You wonder, why am I stuck here? But what if I told you that waiting, that stillness, is not your enemy? What if it's the very thing that is shaping you? You've been taught that patience is just about holding on, about enduring the discomfort of time passing by. But patience isn't simply about waiting for something to happen. It's about understanding the wisdom in waiting. It's the quiet preparation, the moment before everything changes. The world isn't testing your endurance, it's preparing you. Think about it. The door you've been longing to walk through, the one that promises all you've ever dreamed of. It's not just waiting for you to be ready in terms of action. It's waiting for you to gather the strength, the courage, the resilience needed to walk through it. You're not standing still. You're being made ready. This moment, this pause in your life is not wasted time. It's a crucible, shaping you into the person you need to become in order to handle what lies ahead. Patience is not passive. It is not simply sitting idly, hoping for things to change. Patience is active. It is the quiet knowing that something is happening beneath the surface, even when you can't see it. It's the courage to keep moving forward, even when the results aren't immediate, even when you don't yet have the clarity you long for. Patience teaches you how to trust, not just in the process, but in your. It teaches you how to sit with uncertainty, to be okay with not having all the answers right now, and that in itself is strength. You may feel frustrated, you may feel like you're losing time, but the truth is, every moment of stillness has purpose. You're building something far more valuable than success. You're building character. The endurance you're developing now will carry you through every door that opens in your life. The resilience you cultivate in these quiet moments will be the foundation on which you build your future. This waiting, this pause is not a sign of failure. It is the preparation for something much greater than you can imagine. So don't mistake stillness for stagnation. Don't mistake patience for inaction. This time is necessary. It's the time you need to gather the strength you'll need to step through the door you've been waiting for. When it opens, and it will, you will be ready. You will walk through it with a quiet confidence, knowing that everything you've been through, everything you've endured, has prepared you for what lies ahead. Patience is not the absence of action. It's the deep understanding that the right time will come, and when it does, you will be ready. The strength you're building now will carry you through the life you've always dreamed of. So trust in this moment. Trust in the waiting. It's not a pause in your journey. It's the foundation of your future. Trusting in divine timing. There are moments when the world feels like it's passing you by, like everyone else is moving forward, while you're stuck waiting. You've tried everything, worked tirelessly, yet it still feels like the right moment is always just out of reach. You question yourself, you wonder where you went wrong, and you feel the weight of time pressing against you. Why is it taking so long? It's in these moments of doubt that the most powerful truth quietly stands in the background, waiting for you to notice. The universe isn't bound by your deadlines. It doesn't follow your clock. It isn't rushing to meet your plan. The timing that matters isn't the one you impose on your life. It's the one that has already been set in motion long before you even knew you were part of the story. How many times have you pushed against the current, trying to make things happen on your own terms? You've put in the hours, the effort, the sweat, but you're still standing there staring at doors that won't open. It feels like the world is indifferent to your struggle, and you wonder why things aren't coming together. What if the answer isn't in pushing harder, but in understanding that there is a rhythm, a flow to life that is bigger than your immediate plans? Divine timing doesn't operate on your schedule. It doesn't work within the limits you've set. The most important moments in your life are being carefully orchestrated behind the scenes, waiting for you to be ready to receive them. The door that you've been desperately trying to open is already in place. It's just waiting for you to catch up with it. This can be the hardest truth to accept, especially when you're used to seeing instant results in a world that glorifies speed and urgency. But the truth is, rushing doesn't bring you closer to what you desire. It only takes you further away. You can't force the universe to operate on your timeline. The door that is meant for you will open in its own time, not a second too early, not a second too late. The waiting is not a punishment. It's the necessary preparation for what's coming. You see, each delay, each moment of waiting, is not a sign of failure. It's a sign of alignment. You are being prepared for the next step, even if it doesn't make sense to you right now. The person you're becoming in this pause, the lessons you're learning, are essential for the moment when that door opens. When it does, you will walk through it not only ready but stronger and more capable than you would have been if you had forced it open earlier. Trusting in divine timing isn't about sitting idly and waiting for things to happen. It's about surrendering to the knowledge that there's a plan far greater than what you can see. It's about knowing that in the silence, in the stillness, things are shifting. You are becoming. Your moment is coming, and when it arrives, it will be exactly as it should be, not a second too soon or too late. So the next time you feel that frustration rise up, that impatience gnaw at your soul, pause, breathe, let go. Trust that everything is unfolding in its perfect time. What is meant for you will never pass you by. It will arrive exactly when you are ready. Embracing uncertainty. You're standing there, aren't you? At the edge of something you can't quite see, but you feel it there, just beyond the fog. You are afraid to step forward, afraid of the unknown. Every part of you wants certainty, wants a clear path, wants to know that if you take that step, you won't fall into a pit of darkness. You've done everything right, or so you thought. And yet this moment, this uncertainty, keeps you stuck in place. You want to move forward, but the fear of what's ahead paralyzes you. The truth is, you've been living your life trying to control the chaos, trying to shape every moment into something predictable, something safe. You want the answers, the roadmap, the clear direction. But life doesn't work that way, does it? It never gives you all the answers up front. And that's where the real power lies, in the very thing that terrifies you, the uncertainty. It's so easy to get caught in the trap of to feel like you need everything figured out, like every decision needs to be mapped out in detail before you can move. But there's a deep, painful truth in that. The fear of uncertainty doesn't just hold you back from taking action. It keeps you tethered to paths that aren't even meant for you. You are afraid of stepping into the unknown because you think it's dangerous, but it's in the unknown that you discover who you truly are. It's there that you uncover the strength you never knew you had. Think about it. All of those moments when you've stepped forward in life without they were the moments that shaped you the most, weren't they? The times you had no idea what was coming next, but chose to move forward anyway, to trust anyway. Maybe you didn't have the answers. Maybe you didn't know where the road was leading, but you took that step anyway. And somehow that's exactly when you grew the most. That's when you became more of who you are supposed to be. The doors that are meant for you will not always come with a guidebook. They won't be marked with signs or arrows pointing the way. Sometimes they are hidden in the uncertain. And in those moments when you feel most lost, you are being prepared for the next part of your journey. You don't need to know every step. You just need to trust that each uncertain step is leading you closer to the door that's waiting for you. You see, the only certainty you need in life is the knowing that the journey is unfolding exactly as it should. The path doesn't need to be clear. It just needs to be walked. And the moment you embrace the uncertainty, you will realize that you're not lost. You're being led. Every twist, every turn, every moment of confusion is part of the process. It's not a mistake. It's not a setback. It's your transformation. So let go of the need to control everything. Let go of the desire to always know what comes next. Trust that the unknown is not your enemy. It is your greatest ally. Every uncertain step is guiding you to the life you are meant to live, the path you are meant to walk. And the only certainty you need is that, one step at a time, you are exactly where you need to be, recognizing the signs you've been running, haven't chasing, reaching, striving, all in search of something you believe will change everything. You've knocked on so many doors, pushed against so many walls, trying to make things fit, trying to force what wasn't meant for you, and yet each door feels more closed than the last. You feel lost, like you've missed something, like there's a sign somewhere that you're just not seeing. You've been waiting for life to tell you what to do, but all you hear is silence. So you keep searching, harder, faster. The more you run, the further it seems to get. But what if I told you That life isn't shouting at you, it's whispering, it's speaking to you in subtle ways, in quiet moments you've ignored or misunderstood. You've been looking for clear signs, for answers written in bold letters, but God doesn't always speak in the way we expect. Sometimes, it's in the small unexpected encounters. Sometimes, it's that strange feeling of rightness or wrongness, that gut instinct that nudges you in a direction you can't explain, but somehow you just know. That's the language of life. That's how the universe communicates with you. You've been chasing what you think is meant for you, but have you stopped to listen to the whispers? Have you been so focused on finding a destination that you've missed the trail leading you there? Life is always showing you the way, through the people you meet, the opportunities that seem to pop up out of nowhere, the doors that open and close with timing that feels too perfect to be coincidence. These aren't just random events. They are signs quietly placed in your path, waiting for you to recognize them. The door meant for you is never as elusive as we believe. It's not hidden away, locked behind some impenetrable wall. It's right there, often in front of your face, but you're too focused on chasing the wrong doors to see it. The truth is, it's not about forcing your way in. It's about recognizing what's already there. It's about trusting that life will lead you where you need to go, not on your timeline but on its own. And it speaks to you constantly, in ways that only the awakened heart can hear. Look at your life, right now. Where have you been ignoring the sign? Where have you been chasing after something that doesn't align with who you are, with where you're meant to go? The universe has already placed everything you need in your path, but you have to be awake enough to recognize it. It's not about pushing hard, it's about stepping back, slowing down, and paying attention to what's already been given to you. It's time to stop chasing. It's time to stop forcing what doesn't align. The door you're meant to walk through is waiting. All you need to do is recognize the signs are everywhere. They always have been. Life has been guiding you this entire time, waiting for you to open your eyes. And when you do, when you finally see the door that's been there all along, you will realize that everything you've been through, every step you've taken, was part of the journey toward this moment. Trust that the right door will open when you stop chasing what isn't yours. Trust that the signs are already here, guiding you home. All that's left is for you to see them, the courage to step through. You found it, haven't you? That door, it's been standing there waiting for you. You've seen it, the opportunity, the path, the chance to step into something new. You felt it deep inside, like an unspoken invitation, urging you forward, and you've spent so much time staring at it, questioning it, wondering if it's the right one. You've convinced yourself that you need more time, more preparation, more certainty. You've allowed the fear to hold you in place, even though every part of you knows this moment is the one that will change everything. But here's the thing. Fear is natural. It's not something to be ashamed of. It's a signal, a warning sign, telling you that you are standing on the edge of something monumental. Fear is not your enemy. It's your greatest teacher. It's the voice inside you that says, this is bigger than you. It's the challenge that calls you to step into the unknown, to face something that may challenge everything you've believed about yourself. And it's in those moments, when fear is loudest, when doubt creeps in, that you realize the most important truth of all. Growth never happens in the comfort zone. You've spent so much time preparing, so much energy getting ready for the right moment. But the truth is, there is no perfect moment. The door that stands before you is not going to open unless you step through it. No amount of waiting, no amount of thinking, no amount of planning will bring you closer to the life you're meant to live unless you take the step. You can't wait for all the pieces to align perfectly. That's not how life works. You must walk through the door, and only then will the path reveal itself. I know it's terrifying. I know that the unknown feels like a chasm, a vast abyss that threatens to swallow everything you've worked for. But this is the moment that will define you. This is where you leave behind who you were and step into who you are becoming. There's no growth without risk. There's no transformation without stepping into the new. The life you've been dreaming of, the version of yourself that you've been working toward, is waiting on the other side of that door, but only you can decide to step through. This door doesn't just lead to something external. It leads to a new version of yourself, a stronger, wiser, more fearless you. It's in the act of stepping through that you'll discover the courage you've been searching for, the strength you need to face what lies ahead. isn't something you'll find by standing still. It's something you will awaken in yourself as you walk into the unknown. And once you step through, once you take that first bold step, you'll realize that everything you feared was never as big as you imagined. The challenge will seem smaller, the unknown less daunting, because you'll have already proven to yourself that you can face it. You'll have already crossed that threshold, and nothing will ever be the same again. Everything will change the moment you decide to walk through the door. So stop waiting, stop wondering if you're ready. Trust that you are. Step through. The world on the other side is waiting for you, and so is the person you are meant to become. And that person, she or he, is already stronger than you know. The power of faith. There are moments when doubt feels like an anchor, doesn't? When the weight of uncertainty pulls you under, and you start to wonder if you'll ever break free. You've tried everything, worked hard, stayed determined, but it feels like the world is telling you to stop, like you're stuck in a place where nothing seems to move. The questions swirl in your mind, louder and louder. Why isn't it working? Why isn't it happening for me? And then the silence, the waiting, the feeling that maybe your efforts were all in vain. It's in those moments, when everything feels like it's slipping away, that you need to remember the one thing that's been guiding you all along. Faith. Faith isn't a word we throw around lightly. It's not just some abstract idea to soothe our fear. Faith is the foundation of everything, the quiet force that keeps you moving forward when everything around you says to stop. It's that inner knowing, that deep-rooted certainty that the path you're on is the one you're meant to walk, no matter how dark the road may seem. Faith is what carries you when your legs feel like they can't move another inch, when the weight of the world seems too heavy to bear. But faith is not blind. It's not about throwing your hands up and hoping things just work out. It's about trusting in the unseen, in the things you can't yet understand. It's about knowing that even though the journey is difficult, even though the answers haven't come yet, there is something greater at work, a force that is leading you exactly where you need to go. You're not lost. You're exactly where you need to be. When you trust that God has already chosen your path, when you believe with every part of you that what is meant for you will find you, everything changes. The waiting doesn't seem so long anymore. The struggle doesn't feel so endless. You begin to realize that time, in the grand scheme of things, is not what defines you. What matters is the unwavering belief that your door is waiting for you, and no matter how many setbacks, how many obstacles, or how many closed doors you face, that door will open at exactly the right time. You see, faith transforms your perspective. It doesn't mean things will always go smoothly. It doesn't mean you won't face challenges or moments of doubt, but it means you'll keep going. It means you'll keep believing, even when everything tells you to quit. Faith is the belief that what's meant for you will never pass you by. It's the certainty that even when it feels like you're stuck, even when you can't see the way forward, everything is unfolding exactly as it should. The mountains in front of you may seem insurmountable, but faith is the force that moves them. There is power in faith, real undeniable power. It moves mountains. It shifts your reality. It transforms your heart, your mind, and your soul. It doesn't matter how long you've been waiting, or how difficult the journey has been. The only thing that matters is knowing, without a doubt, that what's meant for you will find you. Keep walking. Keep trusting. The door you've been waiting for will open, and when it does, you'll realize that the path you've been on was never as uncertain as it seemed. Faith has been guiding you all along. The door you walked through defines you. You've been standing there, haven't you? Looking at that door, the one you've tried to open so many times, but no matter how hard you push, it remains closed. It's frustrating, isn't it? Every part of you has been screaming for it to open, to give you the chance, the opportunity, the change you've been desperately wanting. And yet here you are, standing in front of it, hoping that somehow this time, it will be different. But what if I told you that the real challenge isn't in forcing that door open? What if the most powerful thing you could do is simply wait for the door that is meant for you? The truth is, every door you step through in life leaves its mark. Some doors lead you to places you were never meant to go, while others unlock paths that change your life forever. The choices you've made, the challenges you've faced, they have shaped you into the person you are today. But there's a door ahead of you that isn't like the others. It's not the one you've been trying to force open, the one that's been rejecting your every attempt. No, the door that's meant for you doesn't need to be forced. It's the one that will open when you are ready, when everything about you aligns with it. I know the fear you feel, the fear of walking through that door, not knowing what lies on the other side. The unknown always feels like a threat, doesn't it? It feels safer to stay behind the doors that have been familiar, even if they aren't right for you. But stepping through the door that God has already chosen for you isn't a leap of faith. It's a step into your destiny. You were never meant to stay behind closed doors. You were always meant to walk through the one that is waiting for you. Think about it. The moment you step through that door, you are not just entering a new chapter, you are stepping into who you were always meant to be. You are walking into the life you were destined to live. It's not about struggling to make it happen. It's about trusting that the right door will open at the right time, and that when you walk through it, you will be ready. You don't need to force it. You don't need to fight for it. You just need to trust that the door you're meant to walk through has always been there, quietly waiting for you. Every door in your life has shaped you. Some have been painful, some have been beautiful, but none of them have defined you as much as the one that's meant for you. The right door will transform you. It will challenge you in ways you never imagined, and it will bring you into alignment with your soul's purpose. But you must have the courage to trust that it will open, even when it feels like nothing is happening. You must trust that when you walk through it, you are not walking into uncertainty, you are walking into your true self. So stop forcing doors open that were never meant to be yours. Trust that the right one will come, and when it does, when you step through, you will know that everything you've been through has led you to this moment. That door is not just a passage, it is the gateway to your destiny, and when you walk through it, you will find exactly what you've been searching for. The person you were always meant to be is waiting on the other side. Step through, embrace it,